Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. So more of the same. I feel like I come on here every single day and give you guys an update on what's going on. And it's just more of the same wet, windy, thunder and lightning, stormy weather here in Northern California. We are dealing with a bunch of atmospheric rivers that are coming through and just really making an absolute mess of everything. I was talking to Jason last night, and not even last night. We were talking about last night, but now last night we lost power again is what I'm trying to say. So since New Year's Eve, we have lost power now 7 times. We never lose power. Like, we can go for years and not lose power. We're in the middle of a city, in the middle of a neighborhood, so really we don't often lose power. So the fact that we've lost power 7 separate times is absolutely crazy. And when you drive around our town, there's trees, huge trees downed everywhere. There's all these streets that are blocked off because there's trees, big trees in the middle of the streets, and a lot of, like Target or a grocery store will have a huge tree in the middle of their parking lot that just blew over, and the tree people are trying to clean it up, but they're behind. The guy, the arborist that I talked to about my birch tree and that I got on the books for him to take down our birch tree, he texted me and he said, I was actually really appreciative. He said, "Please don't think I forgot about you. We're just trying to catch up with everything with these unprecedented times." And it's like, I responded and I said, "Thank you for your communication, but I completely understand. It's been absolutely crazy." And, it's almost like they try and get a handle on it, and then the next storm blows through and knocks over trees, and it's absolutely crazy. So luckily, I don't even want to say it, knock on wood, nothing really horrible has happened to my property or my garden yet. Please, knock on wood. I don't want to jinx myself. But the most that's happened is just lots and lots and lots of rain, a little bit of flooding back here. You can kind of see it right there. But it usually one time it got up to our back door, but it didn't actually come in. And it was only just a little bit. So far it's been okay for us, but of course we still have some more days to deal with and to handle, and cross our fingers that nothing bad happens. So I have to say, these electric company guys, here it's called Pacific Gas and Electric Company, they have been working their tushies off. They have just been, they must be going through, because every time our power turns off, it's like, we're working on it. We're trying to turn it back on. So I'm so appreciative of them. There are people, like Jason called a patient yesterday, and she's been without power for like 4 or 5 days now, which is absolutely crazy. I can't imagine. That means no internet. So because of all this wet weather we have been getting a lot of, funny enough, mushrooms. Sadie and I were just at the store and we found some giant mushrooms that were the size of her hand. I'll show you a picture right here. Look at this giant mushroom Sadie and I found. It's huge. It's huge. There's a regular size one. And then where's the big one? It's huge. And then I was out here kind of cleaning up a little bit, and I found the weirdest looking mushrooms I've ever seen. I've never seen these around here before, and it's just because we are getting so much moisture. Well, I'm assuming it's because we're getting so much moisture, but there's tons of them over here on my side yard. Let me show you. Okay, so there's one. Isn't that the weirdest thing? For all you mushroom lovers, I'm sure you probably know what this is, but I have no clue. Look at that. Look at that. Is that not so weird? Here's a little baby one right there. Here's another one. It's the weirdest thing. It's absolutely the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And then this one over here, I actually kind of pulled off just so I could see what the underside looks like. It's really gross. I don't even want to touch it, but it's just so weird. So I tried to use my plant app to see if I could identify it, but the plant app really wasn't good at identifying mushrooms. So what I did is I downloaded a mushroom identifier app. It was $30 a year, which I don't want to pay for because we never get mushrooms here, but it did have a 7-day free trial. So I downloaded it and I have to remember to cancel it. And I want to see if I can identify it right now. The app is called Picture Mushroom Fungi Finder. So I downloaded it onto my phone, and then it immediately wanted me to take a picture of the side, the top, and the bottom of the mushroom. And this was kind of difficult because I already messed with the mushroom and looked on the underside of it, which I had absolutely no idea that you're not supposed to touch mushrooms because you can get toxicity through touch. There was a little warning on this mushroom app. So being a naive Californian that's not usually around mushrooms, I had absolutely no idea. And it got me nervous because I was with my girls and they touched a mushroom. You know, you saw the video of that, but oh well. So it was a Palomino cup mushroom. It said that it was a close relative of actually a toxic mushroom. So you don't want to ingest it. I thought it was really interesting to see it was normally found in New England and like Canada. So what is it doing here? I have absolutely no idea. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. Like I said, I'm not going to keep this app, but if you have a lot of mushrooms where you live, it's a pretty cool app. Okay, so it said it was a Palomino mushroom, and they're not technically poisonous, but they are related to another poisonous mushroom, and so it can cause stomach upset if ingested, and my dog's not the smartest dog around, and so he might come out here and try and eat them. So I'm gonna have to pull all these up right now, which to me, I don't know why I find it gross, but I find it really gross. So I am going to be pulling these Palomino mushrooms out of my garden right now. It's kind of like weeding, but it's mushrooming. This is very new for me. Okay, so let's see if I can get this whole thing out. This is so weird. That should be my thumbnail right there. Gross. Okay, that was fun. So on to what I was actually planning to do today, and that was get these two dormant rose patio trees. They're iceberg roses. I'm so excited about these. They are gonna go, sorry about the spin, they're gonna go over there in my shade garden bed in 2 pots on either side of my new white bench. These are the 2 pots I have here. They're a little small. They're a little smaller than they should be. They're only 16-inch pots, and they say that you should plant one of these roses in a 20-inch pot, but this is the only like blue and white chinoiserie type pot I could find without spending like thousands of dollars. These are from Williams Sonoma, and I can't remember how much they were, but they were like maybe $100-something, so not thousands of dollars. So I figured I could at least leave these roses in for as long as they're happy, and then what happens is you'll start seeing them act thirsty all the time, like they basically always need water, and that's when you know that the roses have outgrown the pot. So I have a feeling they're going to outgrow these pots sooner rather than later, but one of the things I want to try is taking them out and root pruning them every couple of years, and then hopefully that will allow them to stay in the 16-inch pot a little bit longer. So I had my heart set on these blue and white pots to go on either side of my white bench over in my shade garden over there. I mean, I saw an inspiration picture of that, having the blue and white pots, and I just fell in love, and I really, really wanted them. Shockingly, they are so incredibly hard to find. I feel like they should be easier to find because I feel like they're pretty trendy and pretty popular these days, these blue and white pots, but I could not find them. I could not find them, obviously, in the big size, and then the other trouble I had is I couldn't find them with drainage holes in the bottom. Just couldn't find it, just couldn't get them. And it's probably because, most people don't leave their pots out year round. Since I'm in zone 9B, we don't get freezes, so I don't have to worry about my pots cracking for the most part, knock on wood. But you can see I leave all my pots out all winter long and just don't really have to worry about it. So a drainage hole, I'm basically planning to hook these roses up to drip and put them in their spot and basically just leave it there, not bring it inside, not bring it into the greenhouse, not bring it into my garage. I mean, I guess I could bring it into the greenhouse, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. I mean, I said I was going to bring this bougainvillea into my greenhouse, and I obviously never did that. It's still alive, mind you. It's just not happy at all. Probably because of all the water we've been having, the wetness rain that we've been having. So anyways, these pots from Sonoma that I got, that I'm linking down below, just be warned, they don't have drainage holes. So they'd be perfect for like a cover pot if you were going to like put a pot of flowers in there and then take the pot out of flowers out to water it. But I'm planning to actually plant these roses into this pot. I don't want to put them in a cover pot or anything like that. I just want to plant it and leave it in the garden. And so I need to drill drainage holes in these pots, which I'm so nervous about. I've been thinking about this for like a month now, and I'm just like, ever since I purchased these, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, what if you crack it? Like, what? Oh, I'll be so disappointed. So this video might be a total mess. I'm gonna film it if I crack it, and I promise I will post it, but I'm afraid I'm going to crack it. So I've been doing a ton of research on it. The best video I found was from Kevin from Epic Gardening. He had a really informative video on how to drill holes in ceramic or glass pots. And, well, I don't know, glass, definitely ceramic. And these are ceramic. And it was super informative. And what he recommended, there's a couple different ways to do it, but what he recommended is to get one of these diamond tip hole bits. Is that what it's called? Yeah, I think it's called a diamond tip hole bit. Anyway, so it's from this brand, no, it's from Milwaukee, but it's Diamond Max. And this is a 1-inch hole. And they say it's good for porcelain, granite, stone, tile, and glass. But he said that this would work on ceramic. So I'm hoping it works. Basically what you do is you dip this in water, and then you start off at an angle, like a 45-degree angle going into the pot, and then kind of make a little notch for something for the bit to catch onto, and then eventually you can make your hole. So this is what I'm doing today, you guys. I'm super nervous. I can do it. I can do it. All right, I feel like I am delaying the inevitable. It's not raining right now. Even if it's raining, I'm just going to continue going on with this project. I want to complete it today. I want to get these roses planted today, because you're not supposed to leave your dormant roses in these peat pots for too long, and you need to plant them before they break dormancy. And our roses usually break dormancy in February, so I got to get them planted. I got to do it today. So let's go. Okay, one down, one more to go. Okay, all done. My hands are shaking. It was hard because you kind of had to keep the drill from jumping out of the little groove that you were making. You wanted to keep pressure on it, but I think more I was super nervous about breaking it, so I had like a death grip and like white knuckles on it. So I did it. It's done. Whew. Okay, I took a quick break there to regroup. I think I'm finally calmed down from the stress of those pots. It really wasn't physically hard, like it wasn't difficult. It was just really stressful. I just kind of felt like I was gonna break the pots and make a fool of myself and just totally mess up. So I'm so happy that it worked out. I have my wagon right now. I'm going to get the soil for my roses so that I can plant up the roses. While I was taking my little breather, we just got an emergency alert that there's a severe thunderstorm headed our way. Great, so more of the same. So now I gotta kind of hurry and try and get all this stuff done. I mean, all I have to do is pot up the roses. It should be pretty easy, but I don't want to forget anything. My car's locked. I don't want to forget anything because I want to make sure that I put the drip tubing in through that hole so that I can hook it up to my irrigation this spring and summer. And then I also want to remember to put Sure Start in for the root development of the roses. Okay, I gotta go unlock my car. Now I feel like I'm in a rush. All right, I made a complete mess. I think it's because I'm stressed and I'm trying to hurry. Those root balls didn't stick together like I thought they would because I thought it was more moist in there. But you can see the two roses, they look absolutely beautiful, beautiful in their new pots. Okay, so ignore my absolute mess. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have so much cleanup. But here they are. So they have irrigation tubing already in them. They're planted well enough. For now, I lost my other glove, so I was only going with one glove because I was trying to hurry. This is a metal greenhouse, so I need to go inside. Okay, all done. I'm so glad that I got that done. That was my goal for today, was to get those roses out of those pea pots and planted, and I'm really glad I did that. I kind of beat the rain. I mean, the last maybe 10 minutes, it started raining on me, and I'm actually really nervous about the thunder and lightning storm because last night we had a massive thunder and lightning storm that was like you know, like boom, 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 all in a row, which we're just not used to that. That's like a storm that you get like in the South, or Jason and I lived in Connecticut for work for a while, and the storms that they would get there in Connecticut was absolutely crazy. And this completely reminded me of those kind of storms. So when I get an alert on my phone, an emergency alert that there's a thunderstorm coming, I'm going to take that seriously. So this was quite an eventful video. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get into your garden today.